The doors were already opening. Music swelled. Guests rose. Cameras lifted. And Amara ran. Not a slow, hesitant step, but a full, breathless escape, her wedding dress trailing behind her like a decision she refused to take back. Because here's the thing no one tells you about marrying a billionaire. It's not the money. It's not the power. It's not even the man. It's the moment you realize you're about to promise your life to someone you've never truly met. But what if running away isn't the mistake? What if it's the beginning of falling in love with the same man, just not the one you thought you knew? Please like and subscribe to the channel for more romantic stories. The morning sun spilled gently across the marble floors of the penthouse, as though it had all the time in the world. But Amara did not. She stood barefoot by the window, her wedding dress pooled around her like a quiet confession. From 20 floors up, the city looked calm, orderly, predictable. Nothing like the storm inside her chest. 5 minutes, miss, the wedding planner called softly from the hallway. 5 minutes to walk down the aisle. 5 minutes to say, I do. 5 minutes to seal a life that had never truly felt like hers. Amara closed her eyes. She had said yes for all the right reasons: security, family expectations, a future carefully designed. Her fiancé, Adrian Cole, was everything the world admired: composed, brilliant, a billionaire who turned ambition into empire. And yet, he felt like a stranger. Not unkind. Not cruel. Just distant. Like a perfectly written letter that never reached the heart. Her fingers tightened around the windowsill. I can't do this, she whispered. And before she could change her mind, she gathered the hem of her dress, slipped off her heels, and ran. The city did not notice her escape. Cars moved. People laughed. Somewhere, music played. And Amara, barefoot, breathless, still in her wedding gown, disappeared into it all. By the time she reached the quieter streets near the waterfront, her pulse had slowed, replaced by something unfamiliar. Freedom. She laughed softly, the sound surprising even herself. Running from your own wedding, a voice behind her said. Amara turned. A man leaned casually against a parked car, sleeves rolled up, tie loosened. He looked ordinary. Not in a dull way, but in a way that felt grounding. Real. You look like you've seen worse, she replied, catching her breath. He smiled. Not every day I see a bride sprinting like she's chasing a dream, or escaping one. Maybe both. There was a pause. Not awkward. Just curious. I'm Daniel, he said, stepping forward. Amara. He glanced at her dress, then back at her face. Coffee? She raised an eyebrow. You ask all runaway brides out for coffee? Only the ones who look like they might actually say yes. For a moment, she hesitated. Then she nodded. The cafe was small and warm, tucked between two quiet streets. No one stared. No one asked questions. It felt like stepping into a world that didn't care about expectations. They talked. At first, it was light, coffee preferences, favorite places, harmless stories. But somehow, effortlessly, it deepened. Amara found herself laughing more than she had in months. Daniel listened in a way that made her feel seen, not as a bride, not as a responsibility, but as herself. You don't seem surprised, she said at one point. About all this. He stirred his coffee. People run for a reason. I figure it's usually a good one. And if it's not? He looked up, meeting her eyes. Then they find out. Something in his gaze made her chest tighten, not with fear, but with recognition. As if she had known him longer than a few hours. Hours passed unnoticed. The sun dipped lower, painting the sky in soft gold and rose. I should go, Amara said reluctantly. Back? Daniel asked. She shook her head. I don't know where back is anymore. He stood, hesitating for just a second before speaking. Then don't decide today. She studied him. You make everything sound simple. Maybe it is, he said gently. Maybe we just complicate it. They stepped outside. The evening breeze wrapped around them, quiet and full of possibility. Will I see you again? He asked. Amara smiled, soft, uncertain, hopeful. I think I'd like that. He reached into his pocket, scribbling something on a small piece of paper. Just in case. Their fingers brushed as she took it. And for a moment, the world stilled. Later that night, Amara returned to a hotel under a different name. She sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the paper Daniel had given her. A number. A name. Daniel Reed. She smiled, tracing the letters with her thumb. Then, almost absent-mindedly, she reached for the television remote and turned it on. The screen flickered to life. Breaking news: Billionaire CEO Adrian Cole has issued a public statement regarding his missing fiancée. Amara froze. The image shifted. But it wasn't Adrian on the screen. It was Daniel. Same rolled sleeves. Same calm expression. Same eyes that had looked at her like she mattered. Daniel Reed, widely known as the reclusive founder behind Cole Industries' private ventures. Her breath caught. Daniel wasn't just Daniel. He was him. The man she had been about to marry. The man she had just spent the day falling for, as a stranger. The paper slipped from her fingers. And just as her phone began to ring, his name lighting up the screen. Amara whispered. What have I done? Amara stared at the phone as it rang. Daniel. Or Adrian. Her heart pounded so loudly it drowned out everything else. The room felt smaller, the air heavier, as though the truth itself had weight. The call stopped. Then, almost immediately, it rang again. This time, she answered. Hello? Her voice was barely steady. There was a pause on the other end. Not cold. Not distant. Familiar. Amara. The same voice from the cafe. Softer now. Careful. You knew, she said, her grip tightening around the phone. I was hoping you wouldn't find out like that, he replied. Her chest tightened. So it's true? Daniel isn't real? He's real, he said quietly. He's just not the whole truth. She stood, pacing the room. You let me run. You sat there and had coffee with me while I was running away from you. I didn't let you run, he said gently. You were already gone. Silence stretched between them. Why? She asked. Why pretend? Another pause. Because I wanted to meet you, he said. Not as a contract. Not as an obligation. Not as the woman I'm supposed to marry. Just, you. Amara closed her eyes. And what? She whispered. You were going to reveal it later? After I trusted you? I didn't plan it, he admitted. I saw you running, and I didn't recognize you at first. Then I did, and I should have told you immediately. But you didn't. No, he said. Because for the first time, you were talking to me without expectations. And for the first time, you smiled at me like I was just a man. Her breath hitched. The memory of the cafe, the laughter, the quiet understanding, it all rushed back, now tangled with something deeper. Something more dangerous than obligation. Truth. Was any of it real? She asked. All of it, he said without hesitation. Every word. Every moment. She sank slowly onto the bed. I didn't want to marry you, she said softly. Not because you were a bad person, but because I didn't know you. I know. I felt like I was signing away my life to a stranger. Another pause. And now? He asked. Amara swallowed. Now I feel like I met someone I could fall in love with, she admitted. And found out he's the same man I ran from. The line went quiet. Then don't decide tonight, he said, echoing his words from earlier. A tear slipped down her cheek. You always make it sound so simple. Maybe it is, he replied. Or maybe it's just honest. She let out a shaky breath. Where are you? She asked. The rooftop was quiet. The city lights stretched endlessly, glowing like scattered stars beneath the night sky. Amara stepped out of the elevator, her heart racing again, but not with fear this time. With something else. He was already there. No suit jacket. No crowd. No expectations. Just him. Daniel, she said softly. He turned. Adrian, he corrected gently, but there was a small smile on his lips. Or, whichever one you choose. She walked closer, studying him as though seeing him for the first time. And maybe she was. You're different, she said. I'm the same, he replied. You just met me without the walls. She stopped a few steps away. Why didn't you tell me before the wedding? She asked. His expression shifted, more serious now. Because I thought you'd say yes for the wrong reasons, he admitted. And I didn't want a wife who felt trapped. Her breath caught. And today? She asked. Today, he said, I met a woman who chose to run rather than settle. And I realized, that's exactly the kind of person I would choose. The wind moved gently between them. So what happens now? She asked. Adrian, Daniel, took a step closer. Now, he said, we start over. Her brows knit slightly. Start over? No arrangements. No expectations. No contracts, he said. Just two people, deciding if they want the same future. Amara searched his face. And if we don't? She asked. Then we walk away, he said simply. No pressure. No guilt. It was terrifying. And freeing. And if we do? She whispered. His gaze softened. Then, he said, I'll ask you to marry me again. Her heart skipped. But this time, he added, you'll know exactly who you're saying yes to. Silence lingered. The city shimmered below them, endless and alive. Amara took a slow breath. Then another step forward. You know, she said quietly, for someone who built an empire, you're surprisingly patient. He smiled faintly. Only when it matters. She reached out, her fingers brushing his hand, just like before. But this time, there was no uncertainty. No illusion. Just truth. I don't want the life that was planned for me, she said. I know. I want something real. Messy. Unexpected. His fingers intertwined with hers. Good, he said softly. So do I. Amara looked up at him, her heart steady now. Then let's start over, she said. And this time. When she smiled. It wasn't as a runaway bride. It was as a woman choosing her own love story.